Hey everyone, this is Raven Mini Voices, and I just wanted to talk about something I touched on another video on my energetic cleansing video, which is ancestor immunity. This is so huge that we have such an opportunity with the virus, with all of the talk about the coronavirus, is to really tap into those that came before us. So, our ancestors. So, if you think about it, our ancestors had amazing immunities and abilities to survive because otherwise we wouldn't be here. So, our ancestors are a big key into our immunity and our health. So, this is a really powerful time to reconnect with your ancestors on a very deep level. So, what does that mean? Your ancestors are those that came before you, and not just your mom, your dad, or your grandmother. We're talking multiple generations back. So, for a lot of people, their ancestry is represented by a tree, a big, huge family tree. That is your mom, your dad, and all of the roots down below are your ancestors, and all of the branches and the fruit above are your descendants, or those that come after you. So, what you're experiencing right now with the current Corvus virus and all the things that we're learning right now, all of that is becoming memory in your DNA. And one day you will be the immunity that you will be passing on to your children and children's children. So, this is really powerful. The healing that you're doing right now has such a ripple effect. So, in this learning and review and healing of ourselves and changing of these healthy patterns, uh, definitely call upon your ancestors. How do we do that? So, ancestors, a lot of different cultures around the world celebrate ancestors in different ways, but here's some very simple things that you can do. Ancestors are again connected to our DNA and on our family. So, when we look at family photographs, when we look at our grandmother, our grandfather, our mother, or father, we talk to our brothers and sisters, our siblings, even our own children, we're tapping into that energy of the ancestors. So, at your next meal, invite the ancestors to come sit with you. You can even leave out a plate, an extra one, and put a small little couple bite-sized pieces of food on that plate as an offering to your ancestors. That way they feel invited at your table to eat the meal with you. This is powerful. This is a huge doorway that's been celebrated for generations by other cultures. But because it's such a known doorway or pathway to spirit, when we do it, it instantly connects up to those ancestors. So make grandmother's favorite stew or cookies. Get out those family recipes. It's another beautiful way. We're celebrating those loved ones that have passed by celebrating their cooking and their knowledge. We can then add that to our cooking, and it's another way to invite those ancestors. So dig out that music. Maybe there's a family heritage music, or maybe you have different antique pieces, maybe some different cloths or a picture frame or a pocket watch, or maybe something that's been handed down in the family, that jewelry. Get it out, wear it, hold it to your face. Feel that love and that connection to the ancestors that came before you. This way, you are reconnecting to them. As you make that connection, share what's going on. Say, I'm really scared. I'm really nervous. This is really scary what's happening with people dying. And I really would like your aid, your assistance. I know that you lived before me, that you suffered and got through disease and strife and hardships. And I need your courage. I need your bravery to flow through me right now. When you give permission for your ancestors to come forward in that beautiful, simple prayer, then they can lend you that knowledge. They can give you that strength. They can activate your DNA, that bone marrow where you make those immune cells to work even stronger, strengthening your immunity and helping your immune system recognize and be stronger to fight against foreign invaders, viruses, and bacteria. This is amazing that you can do a spiritual prayer and have a direct effect on your immune system. That's how interconnected we all are, both past, present, and future. So in those prayers, you can ask that immunity and ancestors to not only help you, but your children, and ask the children's children that immune system remember to adapt and change, because that's what our bodies do. They're always adapting and changing. So reach out to those ancestors. And finally, so another way you can reach to those ancestors is light a white candle. Fire has been something that we have always connected to our ancestors with, be that a fire, a bonfire, or even a simple candle. So it doesn't have to be white. Any candle will work, even a tea light. But again, light it with intention. Fire is amazing. The simple element of fire, it has memory. We know that water has memory, but all elements have memory. And fire remembers every fire that is burned before it. It connects to the time when your ancestors leaped and danced around the fire before a great hunt, and the fire that kept the home warm in cold, wintry days in the castle. So call upon that fire to remind those ancestors that gathered around it that you are needing help, that you want to connect and listen. And finally, listen. You may have memories or images. You may have smells and remember your grandmother's cookies or that stew that your mom used to make. Whatever it is, you will smell it, taste it, and sense it through your five senses. Oftentimes, our ancestors like to come this way, and they give us memories. They might make us think of a movie or a show or maybe a song that helps you remember and connect to that ancestor or that loved one that's passed on. So be aware of this as you call upon them. That is their sweet blessing to say that they're around you and helping you in this time of need. So don't be afraid. Reach out to those ancestors today. They're here and ready to help you in this time of need, in this time of change. Because if they have survived through wars, famine, and plagues, so can you survive and get through this pandemic right now. So blessings to you with your ancestors. If you have more questions or want to learn more or need help in doing that ancestral healing, definitely reach out. Raven Mini Voices here. You can go to my website, ravenmedium.com. You can even check out my classes on learnitlive.com/Raven. I even have some classes on there, Why Our Ancestors Matter. So check it out. There's always help and information when you reach out to look. Blessings to all of you on this beautiful spring. And again, best of luck with your family, both past, present, and future, in making this beautiful, stronger connection. Blessings to all of you. Namaste.